Welcome back to Nick Learns Thai. I'm Nick. In this video, I want to talk about my pronunciation of Thai and identifying some issues and then also my plan for improving them. So over time, I've definitely always had sort of pronunciation top of mind. Is it good? Is it bad? It is, a source of kind of, uncertainty and because you get feedback from native speakers, oh, chat mark, put chat mark, put gang mark. And then other times you get these sort of blank stares or these stares where you're not 100% sure if they understood or not. And it's always hard to know really, how good you are going with the pronunciation. So some things that have happened recently, I started this YouTube channel, which gave me an opportunity to record myself speaking and then watching back over it when I was editing and whatnot. Um, Being able to sort of spot errors or things that I think are errors or areas of improvement. And also just, going back to, I'm still getting instances with native speakers where I'm, trying to speak and they don't understand. So I do think there's definitely some errors there, some things that can be improved. And then I really sort of wanted to focus on my speaking in this year, this next sort of 6 months or so. And but then I was like, I should probably try and nip in the bud any pronunciation issues first, so I'm not kind of carrying on those through as I try to improve. So that's kind of what led me to this point. And most recently, I've kind of made a list of some things that I think are in most need of improvement. And that's what I'm going to talk about in this video, and then a little bit of a plan about how I'm approaching improving. So let me bring up a share here with my notes. Okay. So these are the main issues that I've identified. So there's dot dao versus dot dec. There's sort of some confusion with the mid, between the mid and the low tone. I think my low tone's a little bit close to my mid tone. My mid tone is close to my low tone. I'm not sure exactly. I believe my sala air sound has sort of drifted closer to sala, my sala air, I should say, sala air. There you go, sala air, drifted closer to the sala air. So I need to improve that. And this was one I had identified a while ago, and I think with the Bob blah versus Bob I might, I think I'm kind of on the path there to improving that. But I guess I can do it when I'm thinking about it, but I'm not sure if I'm bringing it in every time when I'm actually speaking because it's always as conscious of what you're doing. So that's something to watch. Then there's just kind of a few sort of more general things like incorrect tones on words, just learning the word tone wrong, I guess, or getting the tone wrong when I say it. Lazy tones on words, so if I'm getting kind of lazy or whatever, or just when trying to speak faster or trying to speak on topics where I'm not that familiar, so I'm thinking a lot about what to say and less about the pronunciation. So definitely I've noticed issues along all those lines there. This one here is quite interesting, this do dao versus do dec. I was always just doing my do dec as an English D. So I believe it's the same as my English D, but I'm not 100% sure it's meant to be the same as an English D, or if my English D perhaps is not typical, or not really sure. Maybe it's an Australian thing, not really sure exactly. But I definitely have had this situation, and I've asked lots of different Thai people, so I know it's an issue, where I try to pronounce these two words, which, they should be able to tell the difference, but they think they're both this one. So like south or under, I think. So I'll just demonstrate for you now, I guess. So like Thai, 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 Thai. So I was trying to do this one, that one, this one, that one. And I don't know. A lot of people tell me that they both sound like this, or at least the dot dao sounds correct, and the dot dec is somewhere like halfway between where it should be in the dot dao. So I've already had a few different bits of advice from different Thai friends and teachers about how to improve this. And I'm still kind of in the process of trying to put those into action. So I'm going to be working further on that for sure. Mid versus low tone, it's just, well, it's a bit complicated, this one, because I did go through this whole process of using some software, and we had like frequencies and stuff. It's some software I've shown before on the channel online, but then actually I had this whole exchange on Reddit with someone who'd seen that video and had said, actually, you can't trust, the Hertz numbers because of, some kind of technical reason. So I'm not really 100% sure on that, but I do know from talking to native speakers that my low and mid tone get confused sometimes. So I know it's an issue. I'm just not sure exactly what the issue is yet, but I'm starting to get a sense of what it is from talking to a few tutors recently. So that's something to work on. This one here, yeah, I think I learned it correctly in the beginning. Sala, different from sala, air. But somehow over time, it's kind of drifted. My has drifted back to an air or closer to an air, halfway between. So I particularly noticed it when I was saying this word for and. I was saying let, and I was like, wait a minute, that's not right. Let, that sounds like this vowel. So it should be la, I guess. So yeah, that's kind of a very recent realization, something I've been trying to improve, but needs some work. And this one I already touched on. I sort of identified it a while ago, but and I've been working on it, and it's a work in progress. Now, all of these things here, my initial plan actually was to go full technological approach. I've seen a lot of this guy Studio Raj on YouTube. He does these technical analyses of people's voices. They're quite expensive, something like $300 to do an analysis. So I was like, oh, maybe I could do one of those. Oh, but that's kind of expensive. Maybe I could try to do my own version of that. So get some similar kind of software. For instance, I've heard Frat software, and there's another one to try and analyze my voice, analyze the voice of native speakers, speaking the same words, and then find the issues. So that was kind of what I was thinking of. But then I sort of changed direction a little bit and decided to get a tutor involved. So I'll just scroll down here to my plan here. So yeah, working with a tutor, I think actually is going to be important because with a lot of these things, as you may have sort of noted as I was talking through them, I'm not 100% sure if I'm getting it right, like I'm trying to improve, but like, is this better, is this worse? So I think I'm going to try and do all these things. So the things that I had planned to do, like analysis with software, but I'm also going to work with the tutor over that time as well, just to sort of check in, make sure I'm on the right track, and also help me. They'll probably help me identify other problems that I haven't been able to identify myself. So I'm getting a tutor that is going to be particularly strong in pronunciation improvement. So that is a big part of the plan for sure. The other one, of course, is a recording and analysis. I've already sort of been doing that. Like I said, by having this YouTube channel, it's given me the opportunity to do that easily, and using the software, and then just kind of just being aware of it, which I guess I already am by the whole nature of doing this video and having identified these things. So I'm definitely aware of it and giving it focus, and it's just a matter of trying to make sure I bring that focus across from, say, my like study time into my language practice time. So I do feel like often those two things feel kind of separate. So I've got to try and introduce it into my actual practice time so that I'm actually, getting it down and practicing it. So yeah, I mean, that's pretty much it for this video, I think. Just a bit of an update there on my pronunciation journey and identify some problems and my plan for fixing those problems. I will try to keep you updated as well. in my progress on improving these and anything else that crops up. So yeah, thanks again for joining me. If you know interested in hearing about my journey in the future, seeing my progress on these and anything else, then feel free to please subscribe down below, hit the like button, share this with a friend, leave a comment, and I'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching.